What? Steve? Are they just making this like the Smash version of racing games now? Man, do you guys remember when Sonic racing games were actually cool? See, you are the exact problem, Hamilton. People like you, Hamilton, you're the problem. I feel like some people might not like this video. I'm about to talk about something I hear no one else talk about. And I have no idea why, because I know I'm not the only one. Sonic Riders is the best Sonic racing game, hands down. I'm tired of these hot garbage, copy and paste, soulless, reskinned Mario Kart clones, but with just Sonic characters. I'm sick of it, Sega! I'm sick of it! Sonic Riders was honestly ahead of its time, and it needs more love and appreciation because I see it getting done, but people aren't happy about this slump? Am I crazy? Sonic Riders had unique racing game gameplay, an awesome-ass early 2000s aesthetic, and innovation in the racing game genre. But Sega did what Sega does best, and take cool-ass Sonic and make him lame as balls. So, what exactly made this game stand out, you may be asking? Well, first of all, if you are in a, astute observer, maybe self-proclaimed, you may have perhaps observed that in this game, you use a fucking hoverboard to race! Like, that's already a million times better than this! The hoverboards were fast as hell, too! Like, do you hear this thing? Listen to it! Sometimes it was almost too much for my 8-year-old brain to even handle. But if you master the speed of this game, it really honestly feels fluid and smooth to play. So how do we go from this to this? Like this, this looks slow. Why is this slow? This is slower than a fucking YouTube apology video trying to get to the point. Like all that hating from Jet, and he turned out to be right. What a goat. Oh, don't tell me. You made him slow too? Bruh. And he's on a hoverboard! Sega, you're lucky there's laws and rules that are in place within our society. You get to fuck Sonic in the ass in every single game, and I'm used to that already. But not my boy Jet, man, come on! Speaking of Jet and Sonic Riders, we get 3 original characters. Jet, Storm, and Wave. And honestly, in my opinion, they are some of the best original character designs from a Sonic game in general. Even though Jet is basically just asshole Sonic.
Ha! You're lucky you got this far. It obviously wasn't due to your skills.
And Wave is just asshole Tails.
Well, I never imagined anyone would enter the race with such a piece of junk.
And Storm is just dumber Knuckles.
Was that supposed to be some kind of punch?
Nice try, buddy.
Sorry there, it wasn't my fault. If he hadn't jumped out of the way just now, I would have clobbered.
But they look cool! And Jet being like Sonic's #1 hater for some reason is pretty charming. And Wave calls Tails Shorty, which I think is just funny.
What's this? Good eyes. Didn't think you'd spot it for a second, Shorty.
So with these 3 original characters, we also got 3 different mechanics on how you play the game. There's speed, power, and flying. Speed characters lets you grind on rails. Power characters lets you break through walls and go through different areas of the map. And flying just lets you just, well, yeah, you just fly. There's also tricks you can do in the air in this game. When you fly off a ramp and you do tricks in the air, you get a score based on how good it was and if you can stick the landing. If you stick the landing, it also boosts your speed, but if you fail, you slow down pretty significantly. So with the 3 character mechanics, riding on wind currents, air management, Sonic Riders had more than just your typical drifting and item usage. Second of all, and this is my favorite part about the entire game, the art direction, character design, and the visuals were edgy, stylish, and most importantly, had some goddamn fucking personality. Look at these characters, like, holy shit! Everyone is colorful, the art looks fucking amazing. There's so much style, it actually looks cool. Yeah, some characters, they only have goggles. But it's like those early 2000s goggles, bro. It's style. That shit looks fucking cool as fuck. So how do we go from this to this? Like, bro, this is sauceless! These models are flat and soulless, dude. They look awful. They have no character or personality at all. It just looks like a... I don't even know. It's just flat. Sonic Riders is like Sonic Riders is like Popeyes. French fries. Popeyes French fries. They're seasoned to all hell. Crispy. And Sonic something whatever CROSSWORLDS just looks like this. Motherfucker ain't even a French fry, dude. And then there's the music. Holy shit, the music in this game. I don't even know how to describe. Just listen for yourself. Listen to this for yourself. Sonic Riders is one of my earliest gaming memories I have on the PS2. The music of this game most definitely impacted my child soul and formed my taste in music in general at such a young age, making me love and appreciate video game music today and probably for the rest of my life. This shit is fucking hype, man! They just don't make this music anymore. They do not make music like this anymore, bro. All the music in this game is so good. I swear to God, all the music and just video games that came out of the year 2006 are just peak, bro. Sonic Riders knew what it wanted to be. It wanted to be cool, edgy, and freaking extreme. Every square inch of this game breathes with the early 2000s vibe and aesthetic, and I love it so much. Even the story mode had charm with funny moments like, bro, look at this.
And besides, this way, I'll be able to keep my eyes on you.
Ugh. These new Sonic racing games are literally copy and paste, dude. It's way too derivative of Mario Kart. Weapons, tracks being references from other games instead of all new original tracks. These games, and mostly all modern Sonic games, just lack the true Sonic feel. In these games, characters just drive cars instead of riding or running. They don't explore what makes Sonic characters unique at all like they do in Sonic Riders. Everything is just dull and bland, and my favorite word, soulless, because it's just the complete opposite of what Sonic used to be. And I know I am like YouTuber 1,000,010 to rant here and sit here and say how good Sonic used to be and how he's shit now. I know. Trust me, I know. So why did Sega stop making Sonic Riders? Well, after the original Sonic Riders, Sega released Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. And well, most people didn't like this game. Me, however, I was too young at the time to have any sort of constructive criticism whatsoever, so my ass liked it. But this game was made for a more casual consumer, and it took some mechanics from the previous game and added this gravity system where you kind of just fly in the air and you don't really do anything. I don't know, it was weird. But this game did not meet fans or Sega's expectations. Looking back on this game now as an adult, the gameplay I feel like is not as good as Sonic Riders, but the music and like how the visuals look in the game honestly are still pretty good in my opinion today. This one stage, this water stage, dude, is just insane. I love how this water stage looks. This is kind of a side tangent, but this is just such an early 2000s, even more honestly. Like this looks like one of those like I don't know what this is called, but it looks so cool. It's like, you know those like mice or like those electronics they used to make back in the early 2000s that they try to incorporate water into them, like a mouse that had like water and like fake fish in it. It reminds me of that. Some Windows XP type shit. Anyway, so after Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, then they made Sonic Free Riders, which was developed solely for the Xbox 360 and its Kinect controls. And as I'm sure you already know how that went. So yeah, this game also did not meet Sega expectations. So Sega does what Sega does, and they just started making trash after making a banger, and it killed the series, and Sega just threw Sonic Riders away forever. Sega then from here on out just decided to play more safe with Sonic racing games, and they just never returned to Riders gameplay or tried inheriting its strengths at all. So now today we just get copy and paste soulless corporate trash Sonic racing games that just appeal to the most casual of casual child audiences, and that's just that, unfortunately. I've always thought a true Sonic racing game should just be characters running like in Sonic R. That's a story for another day. But Riders was an awesome idea that had identity, and it separated itself from other racing games. Sega should have reevaluated the formula and built upon it, not just abandon it. I know there has to be people out there that still appreciate this game as much as I do. With modern hardware, a new Sonic Riders could be so cool, man. Online racing, customizing hoverboards, like smoother mechanics, like come on. At the end of the day, it's night. Okay, sorry. Alright, so seriously, at the end of the day, Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't belong on a freaking car. Like, all he does, he's Sonic. He's freaking Sonic the Hedgehog. As a wise forefather once said, fuck you, Sega. So does anyone else agree with me, or am I just, I guess, maybe blinded with nostalgia for this game? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I actually really do miss this game. I miss lots of games from the early 2000s, not just this one. They just don't make games and video game music like this like anymore, man. It's not like what it used to be. Maybe one day Sega will give Sonic Riders another shot, but honestly, I kind of doubt it. If you're a Sonic Dick Rider fan just like me, then subscribe, hit that freaking like button. Thank you very much for watching, and I will maybe, hopefully, see you around. Bye-bye.